What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Sam from Team SamRakeSman here, and today guys I'm coming at you with my Harpy's deck profile for the 2019 format, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And with the release of Legendary Duelist Sisters of the Rose, we finally got brand new Harpy support. The only thing that we're missing now is probably Harpy's Conductor, which is the brand new Link monsters that Harpies haven't gotten yet. I don't understand why they decided not to release the Harpy's Conductor in the Legendary Duelist Sisters of the Rose, so probably expect to get that card sometime within, this year. And I'm actually very excited to showcase you guys this deck profile, and a huge shout out goes to my boy Matthew. Matthew, if you're watching this video, he's the one that actually blessed me with this entire deck, and this deck is maxed out. The rarity of this deck is max rarity, so the deck is in its highest rarity. So shout out to you, Matthew, if you're watching this video. And if you guys have not yet pre-ordered your booster box, make sure you get your Legendary Duelist Sister of the Rose booster box today in the link in the description box below, and join the live box break tonight, guys. Tonight I'm hosting a live stream where I open up Legendary Duelist Sister of the Rose, and if you guys want to participate in the live box break, make sure you guys purchase your booster box today, and let's crack your boxes together. And if you guys haven't gotten your hands on the beautiful Dark Magician Girl playmat, make sure you guys visit tx1.com to get your playmat today. That'll be absolutely amazing. So enough talking, without further ado, let's get started with this deck profile. To start off with our monster lineup, you're going to play the best monster in our deck, which is triple Harpy Channeler. This card is obviously one of the cards that you actually want to open up with, and you can actually open up multiple plays just by opening her alone with obviously a discard outlet. If you guys are not knowing Harpy's Channeler effect, her effect reads that you can discard one Harpy card, special one Harpy monster, directly from your deck in face-up defense position, except for Harpy's Channeler. You can only use this effect of Harpy's Channeler once per turn. While you control a dragon-type monster, this card levels become 7. This card's name becomes Harpy Lady while it's on the field or in the graveyard. So all Harpy monsters that you have in your deck have that ability where they become Harpy Lady on the field and also in your graveyard. And you can actually tour out Harpy's Pet Dragon directly from the deck to make this card become a level 7, so that way you can get access to your rank 7 XYZ plays. Next off, you want to play, of course, triple Harpy Queen. This card is one of your best search cards in the deck because it searches your Harpy's hunting ground directly from your deck to your hand. And like I said before, guys, this deck's rarity is to the max. And shout outs to you, Matthew. Look how beautiful Harpy Queen looks. Man, you can basically discard this card to the graveyard, obviously from your hand to the graveyard, to search Harpy's hunting ground directly from your deck to your hand. So she obviously searches your field spell directly from your deck to your hand, which is one of the main cards that you want to get access to as quickly as possible. So next off, for the brand new Harpy monster, you're going to play, of course, triple Harpy Perfumer. This card is absolutely amazing. It's essentially another Stratos in the deck. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you basically get to add a spell and trap card from your deck to your hand that specifically lists the card Harpy Lady Sisters in its text. If you control a level 5 or higher Harpy monster when you activate its effect, you can also add a second such card with a different name directly from your deck to your hand, which is really good. So if you control Harpy's Pet Dragon on the field, you can basically just add up to 2 Harpy Lady Sisters in its text spell and trap card directly from your deck to your hand. Most oftentimes, you're actually going to be able to use her effect of a Harpy's Channeler, which is really good. So you go Harpy Channeler, ditch a card from your hand to the grave, special summon Harpy's Perfumer directly from the deck, and then she'll be able to search your spell and trap card directly from your deck to your hand. And she's obviously a really good starter card in the deck as well. So you want to play triple copies of her. Next off, you want to play, of course, triple Harpy Harpus. Okay, what this card does is that this card searches your Harpy monster directly from your deck to your hand during the end phase. Essentially, Burning Abyss Karm for the deck, which is really, really awesome. And it also has amazing abilities that when this card is normal summon, you can target one winged beast type monster you control other than this card, and when face up monster you report controls and return them to the hand. The fact that this card gets you access to your recovery play next turn, like Harpy's Channeler, is just really, really amazing. So triple Harpy's Harpus. Next off, for our one-ups, we're going to play, of course, the one Harpy's Pet Dragon. RP Harpy's Pet Dragon. Obviously, we got to play it to the max rarity in this deck right here. So Harpy's Pet Dragon, obviously you can special summon this card directly from the deck using Harpy's Channeler, and this card is a level 7. It's also a dragon, so Harpy's Channeler will become a level 7. Next, we're going to play the one-off Harpie Dancer. This card has amazing ability. You can target one wind monster you control, return it to the hand, then you can normal summon one wind monster. That wind monster has to basically return to the hand to be able to normal summon another wind monster, which is really important. So you can't bounce back like an extra deck monster. And last but not least, we're going to play, of course, the one Cyber Harpy Lady. This is the Harpy Lady monster that I'm actually playing for Elegant Elegant Egotist. Basically, what this card is that this card's name is treated as Harpy Lady at all times. So whether or not it's on the field, deck, or graveyard, it is always treated as Harpy Lady. One of the many reasons why I decided to play Cyber Harpy Lady over the Harpy Lady Sister is because this card's a level 4 monster, which you can easily normal summon. At the same time, Harpy Lady Sister, like if you draw that card is a brick. It's only good when you have Elegant Egotist. But other than that, guys, I want to try to minimize myself on actually having bricks in my deck. Harpy's Pet Dragon is already a brick, but this card is necessary to play in the deck because combos out really well with Harpy's Channeler. And also at the same time, you know, Harpy's Perfumer. The only, you know, like the only good spell that you're gonna add from your deck to your hand off Harpy's Perfumer is Alluring Mirror Split and also Harpy's Hunting Ground. Most of the time, you're just gonna be searching, you know, one card off Harpy's Perfumer anyway. That's pretty much it for all the Harpy monsters that I'm playing in the deck, and I'll explain to you guys my reason why I am not playing Harpy Lady Sister once I get through the deck further. But that's pretty much it. Rounds off for our monsters. All right, guys. After the spell card, you want to play the best spell card in the deck is Triple Hysteric Sign. This card is absolutely broken, like literally the best card in the deck. Basically, when this card is activated, you can add one Elegant Egotist directly from your deck to your hand, deck or graveyard to your hand, which is really good. So you can always keep constantly recycling Elegant Egotist, which is really good. During the end phase of the turn that this card was sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, add up to 3 Harpy cards with different names from your deck to your hand. You only activate 1 Hysteric Sign effects per turn, and only once that turn. So basically, if you activate this card, you know, face up, you basically get to search an Elegant Egotist directly from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So if you activate this card's effect and you send this card to the graveyard during the end phase, you will not be able to search, you know, 3 Harpy cards. Is because you only activate 1 of Hysteric Sign's effect per turn, right? And most of the time that you're actually going to be able to trigger off this effect is using cards like Hunting Ground to actually pop your own Hysteric Sign, which is really good. And if you also want to get an immediate plus, you can just set Hysteric Sign. Okay, don't even activate it. Activate Hunting Ground, normal summon a Harpy monster, pop the Hysteric Sign, and then during the end phase, you can search up cards like Harpy Featherstorm and, you know, Channeler or another Harpy Queen directly from your deck to your hand. And you can also trigger off this card during your opponent's turn as well with cards like, you know, Alluring Mirror Split. Alluring Mirror Split is absolutely broken in the deck as well. If you guys do not know what Alluring Mirror Split does, is that when a Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sister, you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon Harpy monster from your deck with a different original name than the destroyed monster. This card basically ensures that any Harpy Lady monster that you summon on the field, you can basically bring another Harpy Lady monster that you want. And you can obviously combo off this card with like Hunting Ground to actually pop itself. And this ties into its secondary effect where if this card is destroyed by a Harpy card, so your opponent card effect, you basically get to Monster Reborn back a Harpy Lady monster from your grave, which is really good. So what you can do is that, like, if you have a Hunting Ground on the board, okay, you can go, you know, summon a monster, you know, basically crash, bring out Channeler from the deck, and then once Channeler summons, you can activate Hunting Ground to pop the Alluring Mirror Spirit to bring back the Cyber Harpy Lady that was destroyed. So, which is pretty awesome. You know, really cool interactions that, you know, Alluring Mirror has with obviously Hunting Ground. And then obviously you're gonna play, of course, Triple Harpy's Hunting Ground. This card is absolutely broken. You know, any back row based deck, you literally just destroy them with this card because you're gonna be basically summoning Harpies every single turn. So you can just pop their back row, and at the same time you can pop your own Hysteric Sign or pop your own you know, Alluring Mirror Split, which is really important to combo off as well. So all these cards right here have a really good interaction with Harpy's Hunting Ground, which you're playing, you know, at 6 of in the deck because you're playing triple copies of this card, and you're also playing triple copies of Harpy's Queen as well. But one of the most important cards that you just want to trigger off is Hysteric Sign. So when you trigger off Hysteric Sign, it's like basically a free +3. Like, this card is super broken. And last but not least, for the spells you don't play, of course, you want Elegant Egotist. And if you guys are wondering, this is the prize card version of Cyber Harpy Lady. I know there's a jump version, but this card is a higher rarity because this card is the prize card for Battle Pack, which is really, really good. So this is the highest rarity one. But anyways, and here, back to my point where why I don't play Harpy Lady Sister. This is the only Harpy Lady Sister in its text card that I'm playing in the deck, other than obviously Harpy's Hunting Ground. So Perfumer can search Hunting Ground and can also search Alluring Mirror Spirit. I am not playing the Feather Rest. I believe that, you know, it's just too situational, and it just, you know, requires, you know, 2 to 3 turns to activate cards like Feather Rest, which is too slow for today's metagame. And I'm not playing, you know, the Harpy Lady Elegance. I'm not playing any of that. So it's not worth to play Harpy Lady Sister in combination off with Perfumer, because Perfumer is going to end up only searching this card anyways, right? Like, you're already going to have Harpy's Hunting Ground. But if you're actually able to just search 2, you can basically just add these 2 directly from your deck to your hand. And I believe that all the other Harpy Lady in its text cards are just very subpar. And I'm also not playing any, you know, Oracle as well in the deck. So like Harpy Lady Sister is not needed in the deck whatsoever. And if you're playing it in the deck, it just contributes you to actually potentially bricking more. I just want to minimize bricking as much as possible. Alright guys, for your hand traps, you're going to play, of course, double Ash Blossom. And obviously triple Harpy's Featherstorm. This card is one of the best cards in Harpies. Hysteric Sign can get you access to this card directly from your deck to your hand. And the way that this deck actually works, and you know what, before I explain that, let me just showcase you my other 3 hand traps. So you're playing a total of 8 hand traps in the deck, which is really powerful, and they're all like monster negates, which is really good. And the reason why Harpy's Featherstorm is just so good in the deck is because if you throw a Wing Beast type monster until the end of this turn, negate any monster effects your opponent activates. So basically this card is like a Call by the Grave for this deck. So if you normal summon Channeler, you activate Channeler's effect, and they activate Ash to negate Channeler's effect. You can chain Harpy's Featherstorm is because you control a Harpy monster. You can activate this card from your hand. So this card is essentially a built-in hand trap for the deck, which is really powerful. And if this set card is in your owner's spawn trap, which is destroyed by opponent card effect, you can add 1 Harpy's Feather Duster directly from your deck to your hand. But obviously Harpy's Feather Duster is banned, so you're not going to be able to use the secondary effect. But anyways, the fact that this card is like an afterthought for your opponent's turn and also your turn, depending on how many copies of this card that you have on the field, is just absolutely amazing. So the way that this deck worked is that this deck plays very defensively and very control. So you're going to be basically trying to spam the board with Harpy's monster while controlling the board with cards like Harpy's Featherstorm. And with the release of the new cards like Alluring Mirror Split, like once you activate Harpy's Featherstorm, they're going to be unable to activate any monster effect, right? So they're forced to basically kill your monster by battle. And once they kill your monster by battle, cards like Alluring Mirror Split will trigger off its effect. So that way you can get quicker access to your combo pieces, which is also really important for the deck. Another Harpy trap that I'm playing in the deck is the one Hysteric Party. You can activate this card by discarding 1 card. Specify as many copies of Harpy Lady as possible from your graveyard. When this face-up card leaves the field, destroy those monsters. So this card is actually able to help you swarm the board with Harpy monsters from your grave, which is really good. Next off, since this entire deck is all win, you want to play, of course, triple goals in match. Like I said before, when I try to play decks, I want to be able to, you know, make a deck that's, you know, able to compete in today's metagame. And goals in match is just really broken against decks like Strikers. You'll play, of course, Double Psalms Strike. Really good cards that actually help negate summons. And last but not least, you'll play, of course, Double Storm Mirror Force. This card is really good in this deck. Sometimes Harpies actually lack in board presence, and you just want to try to protect your board as quickly as possible. And also, like playing cards like Hysteric Sign, you know, your opponent might be hesitant on actually popping your back row with cards like Phoenix, because if they pop, you know, your back row, and it happens to be an Hysteric Sign with cards like Phoenix, like you pretty much plus so much, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, playing that mind game with Hysteric Sign setting and things like that, and while playing these back rows can just become very beneficial, you know, against your opponent. So that's pretty much it for all the traps you're playing in the deck. Let's go off into your side deck real quick. Going second cards, you know, triple Evenly Match, double Effect Dealer, and triple Ghost Spell. You know, this card is in here for obviously Thunder Dragons. That's pretty much it for all the cards going second. Going first, you also have more traps. True Rivalry of Warlords. Your entire deck is Wing Beast, which is really good. And last but not least, you know, triple Artifact Sanctum and 1 Artifact Scythe. This card is actually really good. You can actually activate your Hunting Ground to pop your own Artifact Sanctum, which is really awesome. Let's go off into your extra deck. Extra deck, guys, you're playing, you know, number 39, Utopia. A really good card. You know, obviously Utopia, Tornado Dragon, it's a win. You can also pop your own Hysteric Sign with Tornado Dragon, which is really good. 1 Lightning Chidori, really good card. Tomahawk, this card is really broken, you know. With Channeler and also the Harpy's Pet Dragon, make Tomahawk, and the Ice Beast Zero Fine. This card is absolutely insane. It's essentially a skill drain, you know, for this deck, and you can easily make this card by using 2 Wing Beast monster. Lapranocus, really good to make with the Tomahawk tokens, Proxy Dragon, Link Spider, Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, Skulldread. You can make Skulldread with Galaxy Tomahawk. Skulldread is really good because you draw 4 and then you special summon cards like Perfumer, Borosaur Dragon, and last but not least, 1 Borolo Dragon to run off for your deck. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Let me know what your thoughts are about this deck in the comment section below. I know that I'm not playing cards like Harpy Lady Sister, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that, but you guys have to understand, you know, consistency is always key, and you know, you don't need to play that card unless you're playing, you know, cards like Harpy's Featheress, or you know, you're playing cards like, you know, Harpy Lady Elegance. Like, this is a very, you know, a control heavy deck, and I just want to minimize minimize myself on actually breaking as much as possible. Other than that, I believe that this deck is just really, really solid. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And a huge shout out goes to my boy Matthew for hooking me up with, you know, the sexy Harpy Lady cards. And yeah, guys, make sure you guys hop on stream tonight at 9 p.m. EST and purchase your booster box in the link in the description box below. This is your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. All right, guys. Peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it. Like no, this league business.